And here's a really cool shot. Optimus Prime is running away. Bumblebee is already transformed and is trying to drive off. And just really, really cool shots. Stuff is falling. Everything crazy is happening. And this is another shot that we saw in the Imagine Dragons TV spot. As you can see here, we have Bumblebee and we have Crosshairs, both on this Decepticon drone ship. And if you go to the next shot, it looks like this was taking place in Chicago. And right here we have Tessa, Cade, and Shane, and they are all in here as well, along with Bumblebee and Crosshairs, so this is probably going to be a really cool moment in the movie. And right here, we have these giant rope type things that are coming down from the night ship and are attached to this building. Now, as you can see in the next shot, our main heroes are going to be tight roping this. And actually, it's not even really rope. It looks like actually like beams. And here you can see Tessa. And I want to know how they got on here. Were they on the night ship and they're trying to escape? Because that'd be crazy walking on that. And also, you see right here, you have a helicopter. And now we know that there is a helicopter transformer. So is this like a just regular human helicopter, or is this a transformer? Something to think about. And here we have a shot of Tessa, and she is, I think this is still on that tight roping scene. And here we have all three. We have Tessa, Shane, and Cade. And it is hard to tell who is who. It actually might be... I actually don't know if that is Shane or not up here. It's kind of hard to tell. But man, this is going to be a really intense scene here with them hanging on. And then, as you're going to see here in the next shot, Bumblebee is going to jump off of the night ship with this thing chasing him, which is, I'm guessing, is Wolf, Lockdown's pet. And they are all going to fall, and Bumblebee is going to catch them, Optimus Prime style from Transformers 1, like what he did with Sam. But this time it's much higher in the sky. And he is going to, you know, come down just like Optimus Prime did in the first movie. That's a really cool sequence. And here we have Lockdown jumping off of the night ship. And this is where, excuse me, this is where we had that scene that was filmed where they kind of like blew up that whole building. So Lockdown is jumping off here, and this thing underneath him, that collapsed during filming. So I'm going to guess that Lockdown's just going to jump, and he's going to jump onto that, and it's just going to fall to the ground, and he's going to like make an awesome type entrance. And I think a pretty huge fight's going to happen here. And we'll see that in a second. But here we have another interaction between Optimus Prime and Cade, and I can't really tell where they are exactly. I feel like they might be in Lockdown's ship, but I'm not certain. Because it looks very alien-ish in here. So it seems like we're going to have some of the Autobots trying to save Optimus Prime, and maybe the Dinobots. I'm not sure if they're going to be captured as well. But I'm really loving the interaction between Optimus Prime and Cade in this. And unfortunately, here is Ratchet, and poor Ratchet. I really hope that Ratchet doesn't die in this film. I have a strong feeling that he will. But I really hope that he is, like, maybe, like, injured and out of commission, and, you know, like maybe fairly critically injured, and he just can't go throughout the rest of the events of the movie. But it would be really sad if Ratchet went, because Ratchet and Bumblebee are the only two of the main Autobots from the first film that have not died yet. You know, because Optimus Prime died, of course, in the second film. And I really like Ratchet's character. I mean, Ratchet has not been a, you know, in-the-front type character, but I really like his personality. Ratchet's just like a, you know, good guy Autobot, and I really would hate to see him go. And especially for the fact that if he does go, that would just be because Hasbro's like, hey, we need more toys. But, you know, I really hope that if he does die, I really hope that they give him more of a proper send-off than they did with Ironhide. I mean, Ironhide had a very traumatic death and everything, but it wasn't mentioned. I mean, then there was that comical scene with Sam's parents afterwards, and it just kind of ruined it. So I hope that if Ratchet does indeed die in this film, that they will actually, make it heavy and, make Optimus Prime, really mad, and like, alright, we need to have this come to an end. And then here we have that awesome shot of Hound that was seen in the Imagine Dragon spot. He's really cool looking. He's got like his bullet casing cigar and everything. And this is the shot of Cade and Tessa that was also in the Imagine Dragon spot. And also in the Imagine Dragon spot, this is Cade, and he is shooting this sword gun. Still not sure where this thing's going to come from. It is quite small to be Cybertronian. But it does have Cybertronian markings on it, so it is indeed Cybertronian. So I'm wondering if it mass shifts and it ends up, going small size like the Allspark did in the first film, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And right here we have a mystery Decepticon, I'm guessing, and not sure who he is, but he looks pretty darn cool. And looking at this shot, he actually does kind of look like Soundwave in his Transformers 3 form. And he is fighting Bumblebee here. And this all was shot in Detroit. This was the Hong Kong set that they set up. It's funny watching this. I'll be like, oh, Comerica Park for the Tigers is right over there. But I think this will be a really. I hope the the Soundwave and Bumblebee fight in Transformers 3 was cut fairly short. It wasn't very long, so I hope that Bumblebee gets his good fight in this film. But it's strange how much like Soundwave that looks. How much that looks like Soundwave. So pretty cool looking. And cool style Optimus Prime here, and I'm really getting a lot of emotion from Optimus Prime in this movie. I mean, I think the ILM is doing a great job so far. I mean, stuff is not complete yet, so if I hear one more thing about the CGI looking bad, it's not done yet, so chillax. Another, talk with Cade here, and I do actually think that they are in lockdown ship at this point. And now here, we have Lockdown, and he is fighting Optimus Prime, like I said, in that area where the building collapsed in filming. So we're gonna have a pretty big fight happening at that area, and Optimus Prime is getting his butt kicked, and Lockdown looks like he is gonna tear some stuff up. I mean, this guy, and it's it's interesting to see how he is able to be such a big guy when he's only a Lamborghini and he's Optimus Prime size, who's like this massive truck. So I hope that's kind of explained in the film. And here we have our three main humans running away from the explosions again. And Cade and Tessa saying, "I'm not leaving my dad." And now here's when stuff gets crazy. Right here, looks like we have Optimus Prime in the background, and this is still at that location where the building collapsed. And Lockdown almost slices Cade's head off, and Cade still has that sword gun thing. And I believe that was a stunt double. And here we have Cade is able to hold off. I'm guessing this is Wolf with this sword thing. So that's crazy. And then here we have Hound, and we have some of those dead Viacons scattered around the area, which I'm guessing are human-made. And Hound is throwing a grenade, which is awesome. And we have the Decepticon drone crashing here. I like how they bring in those back, because it's nice to get some continuity from the third film. Now it looks like here's Bumblebee right here. I'm wondering if the main humans are still on there or not, because that's a pretty big wreck. Now this shot, This is awesome here. This is the rally car who is, I'm still thinking that's a Transformer, and he makes a jump here, and he just goes smack right into this guy's face, the tire here. That is crazy. And so he's either dead or gonna feel that in the morning. I mean, look at that. That is just awesome. And then here's a little make-out session here. Nicola Peltz is cheating on me. And then here's Bumblebee. And, you know, we saw this in the last trailer. A pretty cool shot here. And then here's Cade. I'm guessing this is Cade. You really can't tell, but we did see him and Titus Bulliver doing a rooftop chase scene when they were filming. So he's falling down the side of the building. And then Cade and Shane are inside Optimus here, and Optimus is transforming, and they're getting flung out of him while he's transforming. And it's always good to make sure that they get out of them before they end up transforming, or that would not be a pretty situation. And then this is a really cool shot. I really can't tell who's down here. It's somebody red. And then here is Strafe and Bumblebee, and Bumblebee's like hanging on to Strafe. And I love this shot. Bumblebee's like, oh man, you know, what did I get myself into? This, he looks scared to death in this shot. And so Strafe is holding on to him. Bumblebee's like on a roller coaster ride. And I just love his facial expression here. It's just too funny. And here is all the Dinobot Grimlock shots that we saw in the Imagine Dragons trailer. We have Drift off here to the side. We have Optimus Prime, who is either punching thin air or he's like preparing to fight Grimlock. And here's Grimlock. He's running amok. Destruction and mayhem. And this is a really cool shot that reminds me just like Dark of the Moon when he came through the streets of Chicago. Look at this here. We have, you know, he jumps off a Grimlock, and then we have these Decepticons here, which I can't tell if they're Viacons or not, or if they're actually Decepticons. I believe they are Viacons. Optimus throws his sword into this guy here, and then he has a shield. He picks up his sword, he swings it, hits that guy, and while he does that, Grimlock, just like in Fall of Cybertron, stabs one of the Viacons with his tail, and then he takes a bite out of him, and then he flings him over to the side, and Optimus gets in a battle pose, ready to get a face-off against the next guy. I mean, there is so much awesome stuff happening in this one shot, and this is just really cool, and that ends up wrapping up the trailer. So this is a really, really, really awesome trailer, and I really enjoyed it, and I was going nuts when I was watching it for the first time, and I just kept watching it, and just, I'm really looking forward to this movie. Everything's looking great. I have no complaints so far. Everything looks great. I mean, it's just, everything looks great. Great trailer. Great job, Michael Bay. Great, great, great. So anyways, I am Marvel1995. Hope you enjoyed my review and breakdown of this trailer. Kind of went step by step here for you guys, just kind of point some things out. And hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Marvel1995. See you guys next time.